Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo. There. Painting goo. It's painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting fucking goo. Painting goo. It's painting goo. Hi. Painting goo. Painting me. Painting you. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Oh, it's so warm this fine Tuesday. I am sweating like a bitch in my kimono. Painting goo, 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 goo. Painting goo. Sip, sip. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting fucking goo. It's painting fucking goo. It's painting goo. Hi. Painting goo. Painting goo. Where will we go? Painting goo. Where will we go? Painting goo. Where will we go? What will we go? Painting goo. Painting goo. That's it, Myro. Bring it home, you marvelous monkey. Painting goo. It's painting goo. It's fucking goo. Oh! Every time, this marvelous monkey praised this beautiful intro, I weep like a little girl all over my kimono. Enough of that shit. Greetings, Yokoso, and welcome to Paintingu. The glorious light of heaven is shining so brightly on Paintingu. You cannot even see the map of the realm. It's so gorgeous. However, the consequences of such brightness is indeed hotness. And believe me when I tell you, I am sweating my balls off in this beautiful kimono and headbandu. And of course, let's not forget my equally beautiful top notu. So, if you're not paying for Paintingu, just remember that your ancestors will look upon you with great shame as you avail of my services and entertainment, yet keep your currency to yourself. Foreign dogs, gaijin, mere mortals, filthy mortals, who do not pay for Paintingu, you shall receive much punishment from your ancestors. Indeed. Only my gloriously royal Japanites know what it is to truly embrace the goo, for they pay for the Paintingu. Click the link in the description to pay for Paintingu and feed the monkey, because I don't. You see, Brother Garros, Brother Stabaru is doing your job again. First chat in the comments, telling people to like and subscribe to Paintingu, when it's your job, Garros. You goddamn tiger, you. It is your job to make sure to remind the people to like and subscribe to Paintingu. Why else did I save you from that Colombian drug lord? Only to have you sit in that corner and weep in your bucket and do nothing. That feline vexes me so. His services have become obsolete in recent times. Brother Stabaru, despite his pension and seeming obsession with committing seppuku at the slightest infraction of his honor, seems to be more efficient in reminding you mere mortals to like and subscribe to Paintingu. Next time, I shall think twice before saving a cocaine-addled and addicted Bengal tiger from a drug lord. Brother Boris and Brother Tobias are much more useful. 30 feline. Garros, you should be ashamed of yourself. Right, today we travel, we set sail, embark on a new adventure this fine Tuesday. Where will we go? I do not know. What will we go? I do not know. So, we shall consort Boris the bear, purveyor, cartographer, expert in traveling. Give him a number between 0 and 224 as I select the Paintingu tunage. The fine taiko drum tunage. Whilst we prepare the goo, road the parrot, and find out where we go and what we go this fine Tuesday-oo. Bum. Stabaru, Maxed Out Beru, Tuegaru, Griffu, welcome to Paintingu. Right. Oh, glorious. Can I reach the map without destroying the headphones? These are the questions in rife. Ooh. I have attained it! Intergalactic oneness! Goodbye, my beautiful female. Love you too. Remember to pay for Paintingu.
Of course.
Is that one of my hairs? How dare I? Right. Where are we going? 224. You cheap, lazy fuck. Tuekaru. The last one. Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe it is. Right, where's shit? Fuck! Shit, fuck! Crap! Right. Zimbabwe, 224. The scent of the female remains in the room. It is distracting me. Where are you, Zimbabwe? I found it! South Africa! Dodi! D-H-O-D-I. DHI. What does that mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means it's time for Paintingu! Ha! Paintingu. DHODI. Dodie. Which is actually what we Irish call soothers or pacifiers for babies. Dodie means shit in Zimbabwean. Apparently the language in Zimbabwe is Shona, which is also an Irish name. Interesting. Synchronicities abound! Right. We know where we're going, but what are we going? Won't be going anything if I fuck this up. Haha! I remain seated, and the map is back in its place. I am a master of positioning and not getting up to do things. I am truly an artist. Lazy, but efficient in my laziness. Right. We know where we're going. But in order to find out what we're going, I must first cleanse your filthy chi. Filthy mortars. And your dirty, filthy chi must be cleansed. Brother Tobias, my feathery friend. Shall we? I send cleansing vibrations through the interwebs to you filthy mortars to remind you, 1, to pay for Paintingu, and 2, to enjoy Paintingu at your leisure, for it is a gift to you filthy mortars. Sip, sip. Ah, Paintingu. Right. When I descended against my will from Chinese heaven, as a result of my patronage from the Monkey King, I landed in Nevada. The first 3 days of my descension were spent slaughtering cowboys and cowgirls because Defenderu is a not sexisu. I care bitches too. In my Nevadian travels, I came across a magic cowboy hat. I sequestered it. Like everything else I come across in this realm. Behold, my magic cowboy hat, filled with the souls of many cowboys and cowgirls that I slaughtered upon my arrival, for they did not have any honor. They pointed metal firework thingies at me. They fought like cowards. They fell swiftly before my fine braids and my fluffy bitches. You'd be surprised how dangerous a bitch can be under the right circumstances. Now, to find out what we are going. I guess I shouldn't lump in Sherry Dirter with the Europeans either. Sorry for my geographic hate speech, Irreverent. How dare you compare a Canadian to a European? The nerve! Do 64 instead? I'll do your 64 instead, Tuekaru. Africa blows. We here on Paintingu have a special relationship with Africa. We detest Africa. Why? Because I have been to Africa so many times. It bores me. I can only see so much sand before I begin to weep. It is hot, barren and full of criminals and huts, fucking mud huts, fucking boring shit. Fuck Africa! Embrace the rest of the realm. Africa's its own thing. Nobody needs Africa. And say, could you imagine if Africa disappeared overnight, and like literally every other country in the realm would be fucking like severely impacted, like instantly, like. Oh, like David Copperfield the shit out of Africa for a day and see what happens to everybody. Potato! Ah! Welcome. I like Potato. A man of few words. Oh, my bars are sticking to the stool because of the heatu. Right. It would appear the chat wants me to do 64. I suppose I haven't taken anything out of the cowboy hat yet. I could possibly do the map again. Only because I like you rot. I'm not risking the headphones. Right, 64. Like the Nintendo. Don't you dare. Stay. Right. $64. Eritrea! Why do I get the feeling that's in Africa too? See why we hate Africa? Africa doesn't give the rest of the realm a fucking chance. Why? Because there's like 50 fucking countries in Africa. PEINTEINGU Tigrinya, Eritrea. Where's Eritrea? 64. Please tell me Eritrea is not in Africa. I fucking knew it. I just have a sixth sense for things being in Africa. We're doing Zimbabwe. I don't give a fuck. Oh, Christ. Defender us. Okay. Oh my god, I'm sweating like a fucking Catholic priest in a fucking kindergarten right now. Oh god. Right! We're going to Zimbabwe. That is where we are going. Now we find out what we are going. Here. On. PEINTEINGU. PEINTEINGU. It's PEINTEINGU. It's FECKINGU. Right. I have my magic cowboy hatu. I have my snatching handu. Let us begin. Maybe if the cat had pants, he'd try harder. Why do you want me to give everything fucking pants? Like, they're animals. Like, fucking animals. I've told that story before, haven't I? If not, I'll tell it in a minute. It's so funny. Fucking animals. Right. Gathering chi. We snatch 3 items from the magic cowboy hatu. Ugh. Snatch number 1. Snatch! Oh, that was clean. Oh, that was clean as fuck. So clean. Ah! A mountain. Glorious. Basic, yet majestic. A Zimbabwean mountain. I am actually going to... No, I won't do that yet. I will Google Zimbabwe. From now on, I will attempt to do iconic locations from where we are going. Right, snatch number 2. Snatch! Oh! Ooh, that was a cross one. Snatch! Oh, clean! Oh, that was so clean. A tent! Tent is basically a fabric mountain. I suppose you just put tents on the mountain, like a tent, mountain tent, tent mountain, a mountain of tents. Welcome to Tent Mountain, otherwise known as a lot of homeless people under the bridge. How funny would that be if you saw a homeless person doing like tours? Being like, welcome to Tent Mountain! Like, fucking like megaphone on it. Wouldn't even be a megaphone, it'd be like a toilet roll duct taped to a traffic cone. Like, welcome to Tent Mountain! And like, it's just a homeless favela behind them, like. Oh, right. Snatch! Number 3! And you may start crapping for Paintingu. If you're not crapping for Paintingu, and you're not paying for Paintingu, if you do not like and subscribe to Paintingu, or share a Paintingu, you have no honor. Snatch! Ooh. Berry. Snatch! Creed. Creed as fuck. Crap for Paintingu. Shower. Mountain tent shower. Shit. Mountain tent shower. Fucking like a mountain of tents under the shower, like, you know, like in Africa. I don't know. Oh, welcome to Paintingu. Like, every so often we get one like that where I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to paint? I'll think of something. I always go. Right, let's get right into the tunes. Let's get right in there. So, we are going to Zimbabwe. Africa, again! Fuck! It is what it is. We're going to Zimbabwe. And we are painting a mountain, a tent, and a shower. All the other details are up to us. Right! Strap in and strap on! If your chi isn't throwing freely by now, you're probably gay. Go over to owenbenjamin.com and pay away your gale. Enter me.stream something something something. If you're gay, pay the man! Painting goo goo goo. Right. I must road the parrots with the goo. Painting goo goo goo. Actually, I shall first do research. Painting goo goo goo. Oh, glorious! Painting goo 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 goo. Paint, paint! Show me Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe. Image. Image of Zimbabwe. Holy fuck, that's beautiful. Dear God on high. That is incredible. Painting goo goo goo. Right, I know what I'm painting gooing. Okay. Where do we start? I'm gonna put down some whiter. We'll have a beautiful blue sky and an epic scenery. I mean, that counts as a mountain. It's not your typical mountain. It's more like a raised plateau, but like, it's kind of a mountain. It's fucking incredible looking though. Right, I place my royal rag upon my demi-divine knee in preparation for the goo. What bitch shall I get wet first to? Methinks the fan. She's not my biggest fan. This is my big fan, my biggest fan. That's nice. It's very hot. Ooh. Ooh, that's beautiful. If only I could get Myro to just fan me where I painting go. If I had the money, I would get a real monkey. Painting goo, 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 goo. Goo, 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 goo. Painting goo, 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 goo. Painting goo, goo, goo. Right. We will stop the sky here. Yes, there. Sounds like a name for a metal band. I stopped the sky. Painting goo goo. Painting goo goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo. Painting goo goo. Goo goo goo. Goo goo goo. I whip out my Ritter Mister and give it a Ritter squirt. Giggity. Right. Painting goo goo. Doo 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 doo. Oh, glorious! Painting goo goo. Doo 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 doo. A quick dry. A quick flex of my fanskers. Paint goo, painting goo. Right. I let the top dry. For the meantime, I want a brown. Let's do some mountains. Where's my browns? Those browns are very dark. Not that kind of brown. I sure make a brown. Painting goo 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 goo. Come to me, you fuck. There we go. Right. Methinks. Let me see. Ah. Euro ochre. Ochre. Euro ochre. Ochre. These words vex me. You mortars and your sparing. Kanji is so much better. And more beautiful. Ooh, Venetian red. Sip, sip. Oh, okay. Some water to get the goo flowing. Painting goo, 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 goo. Painting goo, 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 goo. Gently stir the goo to awaken its true potential. And to also not spear watery goo all over the place. I watched Cyborg last night. I really forgot how bad that movie is. Iron Man Bear wasn't lying. He hit the nail right in the head. Jean-Claude Van Damme, that Cyborg movie, is like pretty fucking trash. To the point where it's actually a great watch because of how bad it is. Painting the goo. Doo 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 doo.
What a trash film. I think I might do that over the next few nights. I'll just watch a load of Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. I think I might watch The Quest tonight. I'll leave like Kickboxer and Bloodsport. I'll leave them till last. Because like, we all know how good they are. Right. Okie dokie. Painting guru. I might have to go fucking yellow with this. Never mind. I'm gonna throw a bit of yellow on this. Straight yellow, bitch. Is this dry? No. Not Riri. Still got some goo in it. There we go. Painting goo. Much better. Painting goo, goo 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 goo. Painting goo, goo 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 goo. Let me look at this thing again. Oh, cool, Grant. Painting goo, goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do! Now we get some dark green on this bitch. Time for the greens. Viridian, where art thou? I have so many greens. I have like 3 stacks of greens. of so much green and none of it's that kind of green. I'm getting tingles down my spine. Painting. Painting cuckoo. A movie so bad I never heard of it before. Oh, dude, like, watch it just for the crack. Like, wait, this isn't the Moose. Every Monday, from now on, every Monday is Metter Moose Day until the Moose is complete. Every Monday, just like every Thursday is Conanator Day, at least for the moment. And we'll do stuff like that from now on, like, you know, we'll do like a project on a Monday, a project on a, or if it rhymes with a Wednesday, we'll do it on a Wednesday, like, you know. But it's just to break up the vibe and also allow me to do like more stuff. So to answer your question in another way, the Moose is here, and you sure see it again next Monday. Equal opportunity killer, indeed. Oh, fine, let's paint feckin' Africa again. You don't have to paint a damn thing. It's me who has to paint fucking Africa again. All you have to do is witness it. And you don't even have to do that. Where we got green in there. Oh, what happened to you? What the? Oh, okay. My tape fix finally failed on this thing. I'll fix it later. State of the thing. It looks like a vinegar dispenser now. Right? Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. Okay, got the green in there. White's drying up top. Paintingu. Sometimes it's such a bastard to get these things closed. Seriously. Close, you fuck! See, sometimes you just need to be stern with it, like, you know? Okay. Painting goo goo goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo goo. Do 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 do. Okay. Yeah, okay. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo goo. Painting. Ah, Dick Fordo! Welcome. Yeah, he's got loads of good movies, but Cyborg's trash. It's so trash. It's one of those things that's so bad it feels like you're watching a porno. Like, it's so badly directed. The characters are so fucking like it's weird though. Like, as I was watching it, I was like, this has potential. Like, if somebody brought me the transcript, like if somebody put that on my desk and was like, I have an idea for a movie, I'd be like, yeah, I mean, this could totally be cool, you know? Post-apocalyptic, fucking some bitch has the cure to some plague thing, fucking Jean-Claude is trying to, like, you know, save her, get her back to the scientists that can do something with the information to sort out the plague. Yeah, totally. A really good excuse for an action movie. Definitely. But then it was executed so poorly, it's laughable. Like, literally laughable. It's actually hilarious how bad that movie is, like. I can't see what's going on in the bottom right-hand corner because of the shine. Painting Google. Painting Goo, painting Goo, goo goo goo, painting Goo, goo goo goo, goo goo goo, goo goo goo. I got any orange? Yars. Yarp. Painting Goo Goo Goo. Wanna watch Hot Fuzz now? Yarp. That's not the colour I was looking for. Painting Goo Goo Goo. Have you ever worked in charcoal? Defender. Not really. Like briefly, you know. Like I've used it, you know, for like sketching and stuff. Actually, I think I did a self-portrait in charcoal when I was still at school. I like charcoal. I like how messy it is, and paint. I like how like tactile it is, you know. Get all the charcoal all over your hands. You could smudge it, you know. Get some really cool fades going, and then some hard lines going. I'd probably really enjoy mixing charcoal with white paint and using the two of them to get like that monochrome shit going. I think I still have a few chunks of charcoal sitting there. It's just it's never something I'm like, oh, I wanna do this in charcoal, you know. Just doesn't come to my mind. If anything now, most of the time when I think of something, when I like visualize something, I actually visualize it like as if I'm painting it, like in full color and all, like, you know. Yarp? Yarp? Narp? Oh, Hot Fuzz is brilliant. They're not even from round here! It's like the only movie where somebody drop kicks a granny. She's like pointing a shotgun at him or something. She's like, ah! And he like drop kicks her. Like. Make a parody band of the Dropkick Murphys and call it the drop kicking grannies. And the cover of the album isn't even like a granny being drop kicked. It's like a lot of grannies like drop kicking like little English thugs or something. Oh, that'd be brilliant. I love Hot Fuzz, it's brilliant. Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead are amazing movies. Apart from painting now, I think my favorite form of like art medium is to like just sketch with mechanical pencils or pencils, you know, like sometimes I prefer mechanical pencils, but like you know, I don't really mind, like just use like a 2B, or I usually like using something like a 5B but going really light with the option to go really heavy and dark. But then so using like pencils and then using fine liners and like ink pens and markers to like get an outline, or a cartoonish like outline, like, you know, comic book style outline, and then gone back in with either watercolors or alcohol markers. Yes, all my markers are alcoholic. Of course they are. I'm Irish. And I was just thinking, it's like you say Africa sucks and all, like, but I think some of the best painting goos we've had have probably been in Africa. Like the Xenoboon one with the fucking gay flying demon submarine things invading the place. Wasn't that Tanzania or something? I can't remember. That's like with the Xenoboon ripping the head off the Jewish elephant. That's still my. I think it's my favorite one. That and the one where I did the windmill in the desert with the fucking tentacle demon thing coming out of it, and the soldiers like trying to steal the stuff, all the boxes and shit. I think that's one of my favorite ones. I think I got the perspective in that one really well. Like the windmill looks really good in the background, like, and then it's just like mad tentacles coming out of it and shit. Like, I think when I try to be realistic with characters, it doesn't really suit my style, but like I can kind of do semi-realistic backgrounds, which is like, I think that's where my like art is kind of headed. Like my style is like, I do like anime shit, you know. I'm like a Western. I'm really leaning into the like Western style anime, and I like it. It's my vibe. We'll see where it goes. We need more continents. Can we go to Rothschild Island or something? We could goo tactical penguins. I want to do tactical penguins now, actually. Man, a fat penguin with a minigun or something would be hilarious looking. Like a fat penguin with a minigun and a like, just like a set of goggles. You know, like the stereotypical goggles and the cigar. So funny. The old man with the shack full of weapons is gold for me. Golds for you. Yeah. Do you remember when he's like, the other fella has to translate for him? I don't know what God is. I don't know what you're moaning about. It's like, what did he say? It's brilliant. Like, it's very, well, it's very similar to Ireland. It's like that in Ireland. Like I'm Irish. I've been living here like all my life. And I can go to places in this country where I don't understand what they're saying. Like deep in the Gaeltachts, like, you know, you'd be like, what? Sound like a cross between mumble rappers and leprechauns. Painting goo 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 goo. Starving Marvins. Dirt farms. $100 trillion beers, yar. Rake Chad. Are you trying to guess what I'm painting? Because that's not it. Painting goo 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 goo. Goo, 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 goo. Part of me thinks I need to go a little bit like darker and brighter with the plateau in the middle. Where are my euros? There we go. Give me Remen. Remen euro. You mean trying to say ramen? No, ramen. I love remens. And speaking Japu is like, it's like a part of my life now that I never knew that I needed. That if it didn't exist now, I would miss so much. Painting goo. Oh, that'll do. I'm like a leprechaun with paint. It's just like this magic fucking trough of paint. Like, pick a color, any color. Like, fucking hell, like. You see how much... Is it just me or is this way faster? Just taking one color at a time and just being like... It feels like I'm after slapping this together. Painting goo, painting goo, goo, goo. Yeah, there we go. Painting goo. Painting goo, doo 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 doo. Painting goo, doo 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 doo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo doo 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 doo. Ha! Ooh. That's a dry bitch.
Oh, gross!
Painting.
I hate when it's busy during the goo. Leave me alone until the goo stops flowing. Oh wait, phrasing. I'm behind. Had to do Bert of Raiden.
What? Had to do Bert of Raiden? What the fuck? Oh, Griff, I love you. Your comments never cease to surprise. Okie dokie. We get some clouds in here. Go back in with the white. And then there's supposed to be some, yeah, okay. If I could... So far, so good, but if I could pull this off exactly the way I want to. Your ancestors shall be even more ashamed of you if you do not pay for painting.
Oh, the glorious whiter. So beautiful.
Someone needs to find the number for Antarctica so so Defender who can draw German bases and the unknown regions. If we ever go to Antarctica, it's going to be hilarious because it's just going to be a white page with some Nazi symbols on it. It's going to be a blank canvas apart from some swastikas. Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo goo goo. Painting Goo. Painting Goo. Painting Goo. Painting Goo. Remember, if you are witnessing the glory of Paintingu and not paying for Paintingu, you have no honor. Click the link in the description to save your serf and your ancestors from great shame. I bereave. Yep, that's it. Oh, that was a glorious Gepu. Tastes like caffeine and honey with a hint of tuna. I made myself some tuna merts for lunch. They were delicious. Finger painting clouds. Yeah, like I've discovered that smudging the acrylics with your finger is actually like a totally viable technique that works really well. Oh man, Big Trouble in Little China. I have to watch that again. That's a funny one. The way your man just gets so angry, he fucking like explodes. It's like some of the funniest shit ever. Like, I love parody, martial arts parody stuff. I seen that you put Kung Fu Hustle on Plex, Stabaroo. Awesome. I'm gonna watch that again soon. Painting Goo. Painting Goo. Oh, somebody has a paint for Painting Goo! Glorious! It would appear some of you still have some honor. Mr. Meow Meow has something to say. I'm the leader of the Ohio Pet Haitian Hate Group. Trunks. Trunks right, okay? These filthy Haitians are hunting and eating us. Literally like dogs. Though I'm a cat, no pet is safe here. They're even eating the parakeets, for cripe's sakes. Hashtag pets for goo. The Haitian community has very little honor right now. I have no respect for those who would consume a dogu or a katu, especially when it's a petu. But niggas gotta eat, so I get it. Okay, okay.
Fight!
Just feels like it fits, you know? Big Trouble is one of the best 4K remasters I've seen. Still holds up. That's one I disagree with BB on. I've done the deep dives on Haiti. They got big problems. What you mean? Like you did? Watch any day now. They will make it illegal to critique Haiti in any way. What do you mean you disagree? What does BB say? What does Owen say on Haiti? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what stance he has taken for you to disagree with. I've done some deep dives on Haiti. They got big problems. Yeah, but like every country has problems, like, you know. I mean, even Ireland, that's like pretty much a fucking peaceful paradise. We've got our problems. I mean, I'm sure you'd be hard pressed to think of a country that doesn't have issues, like, you know. Maybe Antarctica. Like, yeah, I don't remember. Like, was there an earthquake in Haiti or something years ago? Or wasn't there like a big, you know, whereas like it's Gaza now, and a few years ago it was Ukraine, and then a few years ago before that it was like Syria. Wasn't like Haiti one of those where it was like we need to send aid to Haiti, Haiti's in danger, this, that, and the rest, like Haiti this, Haiti that. Oh, there's another dry bitch. I'm always just like uber skeptical about most things, like, you know, where it's like you don't really know unless you go there and like have a look for yourself, like, you know. And then the problem with that can be like if you try and go there, like the going there is what gets you killed. Like your man Lord Miles, who like hung around in Afghanistan for a while, like imagine taking photos with the Taliban and all, like so funny. Painting goo goo. That's what I love about Stuntman Bear. I think it was one of the Bear of Banter. No, was it a Bear of Banter I did with him? Or was it, I think it was Hang Out with Bears. And we were talking about stuff like that. Where it's like, it's not like we all like agree with fucking everything that Owen says. Like, and he was like, I mean, he's totally wrong about tits. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, boobs are great. Like, I fucking love boobs. Like, I couldn't stop laughing. It's like everyone gives Stuntman Bear so much shit about being gay because he like dyes his hair and all. Like, and he's like, he's wrong about boobs. Like, you know? Oh, but he is. He's totally wrong about tits. It's nothing better than a fine set of tits. It's not just hip to waist ratio, you know? Your brain also looks at a bitch and is like, yes, they will do for the children. Because don't get me wrong, if you're the fucking Fuentes type, but you start calling them milkers, I mean, that's just creepy and gay. Like, that's not just gay to me, that's creepy. Look at those big mommy milkers. It's like, that nigga was bottle fed. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what makes me think that nigga was bottle fed, is the fact that he calls them milkers. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck, like I know that's what they're for, but like when you say it like that, it just sounds so fucking seedy or something, like, you know? I've never watched the Nick Fuentes fella, but he looks like a creepy little faggot to me. Like, any clips of him I've seen, and then when I hear his voice and see his face, he just seems like such a little whelp. You know, like this, like the type of young fella you could slap and he'd cry, you know? And like, even if he's joking, which I suppose, like, if he is actually joking, it's like, I suppose, a kind of a funny bit, depending on where you're going with it. But like, the whole thing where he's like, oh, I'll have to have sex with a woman and all, and like, blah blah blah. It's like, that's, I believe him. That sounds like it's totally, that sounds like he's like thinking about having sex with a woman and it creeps him out. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't know. I think I'd have to like watch him at length. You know, I'd have to watch like a stream or two to like get a better feel from him. But on the face of it, he looks like a seedy little creep to me, like. And like, there is something to like, you know, but he's funny though. It's like, I don't know. I don't think like, there's things that don't compensate for other things, you know? Like, you could list all the cons about him, and then just because you go like, oh, but he's funny though, it's like, so I don't care. Like, I mean, the devil makes me laugh. Some of the shit that the devil does, well, allegedly, we don't know if it's actually legit. Like, you know, obviously you can't claim that's, oh, that's for sure Satan's work. But like, evil stuff makes me laugh, you know. So I'm not saying like, you know, that it's like, I'm not saying that something bad can't also be like funny. But just because it's funny doesn't mean it isn't also bad, you know? So, like, I can laugh at something and be like, oh my god, that's kind of dark, like, you know, but it still made me laugh, like, you know? And when I look at this Fuentes lad, I'm just like, I don't care if he is kind of funny, he's, like, greasy. Like, I get, like, an oily, slick vibe off him, you know? Which is usually a fucking, a red flag for me, like.
Damianu! Welcome to PEINTEINGU.
How are you, brother? Are you well? Watch yes. Oh, I'm catching up on it. I'll catch up on it later. I knew a lad that went over to Haiti to help rebuild after the earthquake, but they didn't need his help. You see what I mean? It's like, oh, look at the poor people and all. It's like, it's never that. It's never that. Like, you know, it's always like crazy. Corruption, natural disasters, you name it, warlords. Not condemning every Haitian, because I have known a few base guys from there. But even they say they will never go back. Yeah, just, it's one of those, that's why Africa is like so, you know, unique in a sense, because Africa is such a large continent with such flourishing resources of all different kinds and stuff. Same with Afghanistan. That other gangs, countries, in quotes, have like, you know, gone in and like raped it, essentially. And like conned it and, you know, taken advantage of it and all this shit. But that doesn't mean that like the Haitians are just victims of tyranny. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, because that's what this community is all about, isn't it? It's like taking responsibility and not being a victim. And it's like, generally, if a place has fallen, just like the Native Americans with the alcohol and the Irish with the alcohol and the money, gambling and all that shit, like social welfare and shit like that, like, it's, the people do it to themselves, you know. Now there does come a point where it's like, because of things like con men that literally do play on people's naivety and gullibility, like, you know, how gullible they are and their kind nature and their trusting nature, they use that against them. So that's where I find the moral dilemma is, like, when do you intervene? When do you say, yes, you have been wronged and they should pay and we're going to help you make them pay because what they did to you was so out of order? When do you get to that point? It's hard to say, because so many people cry wolf. So many people go, they're trying to hurt us! And then, you know, the American World Police show up, and then all the ad campaigns start, and then all this shit. And then it's just, it's all a lot of bollocks. It's all lies. It's all bullshit, like, you know. But that unfortunately creates a dynamic where you have people like me, where a genuine charity effort could come up, and I'd be like, because, like, I don't trust charities. You know, like, but, like, it in fact may very well be real. Like, you know. But that's like, how do you discern something like that to be real or not? Like, I don't have the fucking time to be like researching all of these companies and whether or not they actually do what they fucking allege themselves to be doing. You know? I have shit to paint. I have things to do. I'm a demigod, not a politician. A politician. Would you look at that? In the space of 1 hour and 44 minutes, I have transported you to Zimbabwe. Pay for Paintingu, if you have any honor. I will die on Tit Hill. No. As hilarious as that is. I wouldn't die on the Tit Hill. I wouldn't die on any body part hill. I know you're only taking the piss, you know, but just to be serious for a sec. That's definitely not a hill to die on. But it's a hilarious hill to say you would die on. Like on the same line, I would I would die on Voluptuous Hill. Do you know what I mean? I was definitely more of a tit man in my younger days, but I'm more of an overall man now. You know. I think if a bitch has really nice tits but no ass, then she's got no ass, and if she's got a really nice arse but no tits, then she's got no tit. You know, it's like I just see what's missing. Like maybe it's the artist in me. I don't know. Like, you know, I see a bitch and I'm like, meh. You know, like I immediately notice what's not there. That's why when I look, like from the get-go, when I looked at Wishy, I was just like, it was like that scene from the Terminator. It was like scan, 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 scan. I see no errors. Like, and then she's got that like mole on her beside, like on her cheek, kind of like Marilyn Monroe, you know. So like part of me was just like, yeah, I mean like totally. Very feminine looking, curvy, big cute eyes, like the whole checklist of like the check boxes was just like click 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 click. Now, annoyance level, like, frustration level as a result of how feminine she is. Oh god, that's a different story entirely. Warning, BB did 4.5 stream yesterday. Clear your schedule, it was fire. Yeah, I'm like 20 minutes into it or something like. Ugh. Painting goo goo. Goo goo doo doo. Painting goo goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo. Painting goo goo. She is a female after all. I literally get the "I'm just a girl" excuses sometimes, like, which I find both endearing and incredibly frustrating. But like you said, it is what it is. There's a reason we've been together for over 10 years. I hate how much I love that young one. Holy shit, Stabberu! I'll have to start that one tomorrow then. It's hilarious. Painting goo 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 goo. I love it when he does like 4-hour ones and stuff like that, like, because then it just covers most of my day, like, you know, you just have him on in the background while you're doing stuff, like, it's great. Oh, Chorus! Painting goo goo, painting goo goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. A beautiful tree. We got 9 minutes left. I've got to fucking slap a tent in somewhere. What do we got? Mountain tent shower. Well, we've got our mountain. I'm kind of tempted to just make it rain tents, because that gives me tent and shower. Just make it rain tents. Some tit necessary. Literally, some tit is necessary. Even if they have itty bitty titties, if they're still like blatantly a pair of tits, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I've never seen a female that has literally no tits. Even the ones that have, like, you know, in quotes, no tits, they still have tits, you know? And then when they get pregnant, like, their tits get bigger, and then they go back to being itty bitty titties. But, like, they still have them. Do you know what I mean? I think that's one of the reasons why, like, guys like me just have such a fucking hatred for all this trans shit. It's like it's like I think it's funny when Owen is like, you know, like, you know, I love women or whatever. Like, you know, like, it's not the hatred of women. I love bitches, you know, which I think is a hilarious thing to say, because a lot of bitches would be like, oh, that's so offensive. But I do. I love the female form, especially as an artist. Like, do you know what I mean? It's incredibly, it's like the golden ratio at work. Like, do you know what I mean? So when you see a beautiful woman, that's why it's so valued in society, because you're just like, oh my god, the kids she would make would just be like incredible. And like, think about the power. Like, it's so funny to me, because like a lot of women these days are like, you know, absolute retards, and they're like, you know, like, oh, men, you know, they hate on men, and they try and, you know, be all this like this yas queen boss bitch stuff. Like, it's like, you guys literally can make a living solely off your appearance. To disregard that gift and to disrespect men by not, like, realizing that your purpose is to look good and have kids and take care, like, and to make the family like that's what they call it, a woman's touch. A family unit looks more beautiful when it like has a flourishing female beautiful woman. That's just like a known thing. Do you know what I mean? Like the woman's touch is a thing, you know, like. And so many women are like, you know, I can do anything a man can do. Shut up, no you can't, and no you shouldn't be. Like, it's ridiculous. It's beyond ridiculous. Like, do you know what I mean? That's why I love that clip of Sean Connery where your one's like, you know, do you believe in striking women and all? It's like this whole culture of like Bill Burr made a joke about it as well. Like, you know, this whole culture of like, there should never be any reason why a man should like strike a woman and all this shit. It's like, that bitch deserves a slap. And that's the reality of the situation, is the bitch saying that bitches are like exempt from all fucking like accountability, responsibility, fucking like, you know, like us women should be treated as goddesses. Like, if you behave like a goddess, sure. But if you behave like a vapid whore, and a stupid one at that, then no. You should shut the fuck up and do what you're fucking told. It's like so simple. Like, because the amount of bitches that like try to do something, I can do anything a man can do, and then they try it, and then they bitch and moan, break down and cry, and we mock them accordingly. And it's like, and then it's like, oh my god, men are so mean. It's like, women will never know how mean men can be to other men. Like, I've done it. I have destroyed like another male to the point where he's like, the blood comes out of his face and he's pissing himself. Like, do you know what I mean? Granted, it's not like that really has anything to do with me. He was just an overwhelming coward. Like, do you know what I mean? Someone lesser than me could have done it to him as well. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not because like I'm so intimidating or anything, like, but it's like, I know what that feels like to like be the dominant one. And like, I also know what it feels like to be the dominated one. And females don't get that. Females don't get that kind of like they'll be ostracized and like bullied in different ways, you know, so they get a form of it. But in the male hierarchy and in the male life, a lot of the times it's like kill or be killed, you know, like eat or be eaten, you know, and like males are expendable, and like we do all the dangerous jobs and stuff. And I think like it goes both ways. Obviously, men who disrespect women are fucking typically cowards and waste of space, and like, you know, like boys trying to be men. But it's like society really, it's starting to now, but they really don't give it to the bitches as much as they should. Do you know what I mean? In terms of like, you know, all these cunts that are like, I don't need no man and all, like, you know, deserve a fucking paddle to the jaw. Like, painting cuckoo. It was fraught with tech issues. I always think that's hilarious, where he's like, is this even working? Like, it's like, just keep going. I'm not always, but sometimes I find myself like shouting at him at the laptop or the phone or something, be like, would you just keep going? Like, don't stop your flow because you think your flow might be interrupted. Just keep going. Like, that, the amount of times that thing has said 0 viewers, and I'm just sitting here painting cuckoo all on my own. If I believe that, I'm on my own, you know? But I don't believe that. Like, that thing doesn't make any sense, because there's been 3 people in the chat, and that thing has said 0 viewers before. So I don't trust that thing. So when that thing tells me that there's nobody watching, I don't believe it. Like, which, there's loads of normies and retards out there that would be like, oh, this guy's a psycho, like, you know what I mean? He doesn't even believe the technology he uses, like. But it's true. A lot of the shit is like bots. A lot of the shit is corrupt. A lot of the shit is like, literally programmed to deceive you into taking a particular action or behaving a particular way. So like, use YouTube like the whore it is. Like, do you know what I mean? Use these things like the tools they are, you know? Like Owen has said it before, like, you know, like a gun is just a tool, the internet is just a tool, the phone is just a tool. In a lot of ways, cultures and ideologies are just tools too. Use them to your advantage and dispose of the disadvantaged shit, like, you know. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if it's broke, you may not need to fix it. You could just build something new. I had the inverse happen. I had the mental attraction and then found out that the bitch one day that she was holding out on me and was an actual fitness model. What, like, what, she always walking around in like baggy clothes and stuff and all, and you like were attracted to her intellectually, and then you finally got her kit off and you were like, oh my god. I had a buddy years ago. He was half Thai. He'd slap a bitch if she hit him. But like that's not even like an otherworldly thing. Like, you know, like that used to be in movies all the time. It's like when you look at other cultures, like fucking Bollywood. Not even Bollywood. What was it in? There was a show I was watching. It's probably like 7 or 8 years ago now, but it was a show about a I think they were Syrian. It was a Middle Eastern family, and the main character was a politician, and he was like trying to save his like Muslim brothers and stuff like that. Like, very interesting show. I watched the first season of it. I can't remember what it was called, but there was a scene in that where his fucking they were all slapping each other because it's the culture. Do you know what I mean? There's a woman slaps a man in one scene, and he immediately just clocks her back, and then she clocks him back a second time, and then he just grabs a hold of her and is like, stop it, woman. Like, you know, it's like to tolerate that kind of behavior from a female is weak, because if she loses control of her emotions and strikes you and you do nothing, she'll immediately be like, oh, I could just hit him and like he won't do shit, he'll just take it. Now, there are certain contexts where doing the stoic thing and not responding is the correct thing to do, totally. But a lot of the time the bitch just needs a slap and a wake-up call. Do you know what I mean? Because the second you go wham and she gets shaken back into reality, because like there is a monumental difference between the strength of your average man and the strength of your average woman. An average woman will slap a man and his head probably wouldn't even move that much, you know? Now, don't get me wrong, some bitches can throw hands, you know, especially the black ones. But like, a lot of the times a female will slap a nigga and you'll be like, psh, and you won't even move. You just take it, like. But if she puts hands on you and like you don't see it, especially if you don't see it coming, and it's like in the back of the head or something, you know, like, that's basically what my mother did to me. Like, man, I didn't even think about it. It was fucking reflex. Like, turned on 180 degrees and was just like, hiya! I sent her flying with an open hand, like, do you know what I mean? Like, and I didn't even throw it that hard. It was just like a, you know, like, be gone, woman. Like, and it was the right thing to do, you know? There wasn't a man in the house apart from me. And she was like, essentially like, not abusing, but like being a tyrannical psychopath to my sister, you know? So like, order needed to be restored. And my mother, especially at the time, wasn't exactly someone you could communicate with on a rational, logical degree. So like, when you can't talk to an animal, you know, or someone who is being animalistic. So you need to speak to them, you need to communicate to them in a language they understand. And that language, quite often, is violence or fear, you know? So it's like, if you won't listen to me, then you will fear the consequences of not listening to me. It's basically, it is. It's like God rules man, man rules female, female rules kids. Like, do you know what I mean? It makes total sense. Because it's not good to have a man that would have like an overbearing hand on children, you know, because they haven't even learned how to communicate yet, like, you know, and they don't know all this shit and all, like, so if you're like, don't do that, and then they do it again, and then you just, like, slap them, they're not really learning anything, you know? They're just being, like, trained like a dog. And you don't want to raise kids like that, you know? Trust me, I was there. It's like your father throws a shuriken to, like, 2 or 4 feet above your head when you're, like, 4 years old. There's, like, something in your mind that goes, like, what the fuck? Like, don't get me wrong, I didn't get abused, but, like, I've felt that energy of, like, my father didn't know how to be a father, you know? So he just, like, lashed out and expected his rage to produce fear, and the fear to produce respect, which it did for a time, you know. And then I got bigger, and I was like, what about now, motherfucker? And he didn't do anything, so that even further reduced the respect, you know. It's like, when I look back at it all, and when I think about all this stuff, it makes perfect sense, all of it. It's fascinating to me. Like, you could best believe that if I have a son and he gets to 16 and he ever turns around to me and is like, I could slap your head in, like, why the fuck would I listen to you? Before he even finishes the sentence, I will knock teeth out of his head and then bring him to the dentist to get his teeth fixed, you know? But I will fuck him up and re-establish the order, you know? I'm not saying I'd put him in hospital or anything, but dentist, definitely, you know? Because I know what happens when you don't re-establish the order and you don't have the, like, respect. Not the fear. You need the respect. Sometimes you need the fear because you can't communicate. But what you want is the respect, the love, the admiration, the understanding, the comprehension, you know? But when you can't establish that, yes, a good slap in the mouth. Sounds like a slap-happy affair. He'd say a vagina don't give him a pass to be violent or uncivilized. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You have a lot of bitches these days who think that because they're female, they're untouchable. And that's, like, really dangerous. That's really fucking dangerous. Because, like, men, most men, if not, yeah, like, pretty much most men, instinctively know that because, like, you know you can't just go around, like, I reiterate, most men, because there are men, I've met them, you know, that think that they're the shit and, like, they can kick the head off of anyone and all this fucking stuff. And then lo and behold, when they come across someone they don't think they can do that to, they get very defensive, you know, like, they get real squirrely all of a sudden. Like, it's very obvious a lot of the time, especially for someone like me who tends to stay in the background and watch things most of the time, you know. I don't mind being in front of the limelight, you know. Like, I enjoy it, you know. But I know it's like, I'm incredibly lucky the way everything panned out, in my opinion, because, like, I got my ego smashed pretty early, and, like, I got taught about honor, and, like, I have all of the examples in my life of, like, what not to be and how not to be, and why not to be like that, and why it's good to be, like, other ways. I've, like, gotten really clear, undeniable examples throughout my life of this is why these things are like this, and this is why you should behave like this. And adhering to what I have learned and using my free will and my intellect to establish new behaviors and look at the world, look at existence in a new frame, an ever-evolving frame, I might add, has granted me, like, peace and genuine joy, and has allowed me to heal, like, all this shit that happened to me when I was younger, like, you know? These people who don't accept reality, produce their own hell that they live in on the daily.
Iron Man Burrow, welcome to Paintingu.
Yeah, definitely a healthier lens. Yeah, my old lens was bitterness, hatred, sometimes jealousy. I did have the victim mentality. I was like, I have been hurt by those closest to me. Like, there's something profoundly damaging for a child/teenager to come to the realization that you cannot trust the people who made you. Like, the people who are supposed to be the most important people in your life, at least for the first 20 odd years or whatever. Your mother and your father have been lying to your face, and you can't trust them. That is profoundly damaging to a young mind, you know? And the fact that I have made it here with the awareness that I have and understanding that I have is a fucking blessing and a half. And it's one of the reasons why I try so hard every day now to, like, not succumb to, like, you know... Like, most mornings I get up and I'm like, ugh. But that's just because I still have, like, you know, back pain, like chronic fatigue, fucking all these things. And these things aren't illnesses that have been just thrust upon me by an unfair world. These things are ailments that have been caused by years of not looking after myself mentally, spiritually, physically. Do you know, like, and now that I am, but I'm like I'm fucking nearly, you know, 33. There's that, I have to pass this threshold of pain and like, scar tissue to, like, break through to this plateau of, like, this is where I should have been 10 years ago. And I can feel it, you know? I can see it in my face. I can feel it in my body. Sometimes I can hear it in my voice. It's weird. Like, that's what I've been doing the last, like, 4 or 5 years, really, is, like, healing. 25 odd years of trauma. You know, because for a long time I was like, I got a really good upbringing up till I was about 14, and then my dad left and everything went to shit. It was actually, like, it was there from the beginning, you know, if I really think about it, and then I go back and shit. Like, my dad throwing the shuriken above my head to teach me a lesson when I was like 4 is like a shining example of how those problems were definitely present way back in the beginning. Yeah, I rely on myself, but I trust in God. But if you were to ask me what God is, I'm still not sure. The best I could give you is meta consciousness is what I think God is. It's just meta consciousness. Yeah, it is heartbreaking. You come to a point in your life. There's context and then there's context. Yes, definitely. She dressed very conservatively, always covered up and very businesslike. Plus we started dating in April, always raining and cold. That's hilarious. You finally get to see what her curves are actually like and you're like, God damn! Like... It's easy to just rely on substances to deal with these issues. Glad you found other ways. Oh man, like, I'm still addicted to nicotine, you know, like, I'm still addicted to caffeine. So it's not like I've completely survived, but, like, I'm getting there, you know. Like, but that, you're dead right. That is what led me to those choices, was pain. I just didn't want to feel the pain anymore. And the hate and the anger. Because, like, if you actually are a good person and you don't want to hurt other people, then the rational conclusion I came to was like, okay, I have to put this energy somewhere, but I can't fuck up someone else, because that's not right, because it's not their fault I feel like this. So what do? And like let's just say most people don't self-harm the way I did. Like I remember showing people my scars, and they were like, you know, there was one lad who was like, "Did you get attacked by a pterodactyl or something?" Which was endlessly hilarious when he said it. I was like, of all the fucking things to name, a fucking dinosaur, like what the fuck? And why a pterodactyl? Why not a velociraptor? Like, do you know what I mean? But whatever. Someone else was like, I look like I'd been tortured by the mob or something, like, you know. Cause like they're big and they're thick, you know, phrasing. Like they go fucking, well, like I haven't done this in a long time. You probably won't even be able to see them. Yeah, you can't even see them. But they're fucking like what? That's one of them there. It covers that much surface area. You know? I don't know. What if I like get right up on the screen? You can kind of see them there. Just these huge white. There you go. Look. See as I roll it there. You just see these like huge chunks taken out of my shoulder. So I have like 6 there, and it looks like a demon's hand on my shoulder. And then like, I have 4 here. I've got them there. I've like forget where I put them. Like, I've got them on my pec, and I've got them on that shoulder, and I think I have some on this shoulder. And then I have them on my forearms, but you can't see them unless you like really look close, because I have loads of freckles. So that like breaks up the image. But I literally look like fucking Deadpool or some shit, like, you know, for ages. Like it was crazy. Because you know the way like they were pink. They were like bright pink for like so long. And now they're white, you know, so you can't really see them. But for ages, like, anytime I took my top off, or like anytime I was like changing or something, like, and someone was like, you know, in the room with me or some shit, like, they'd just be like, whoa. like I actually got one guy, I got an acquaintance of mine at one point to do scarification on one of my arms to distract from the stuff I had done to myself. Because I was like, well, if I make it look artistic, then people won't think I'm so crazy, like, you know. So I got him to do like a little bit of like, call it fucking scarification. It did scar for a while, but like he was doing it with like a, what did we do? We pulled apart the head of a fucking shaving razor and like dipped it in vodka, and that's what he used to like. I did like a really basic design, like a symmetrical tribal design thing, and tried to like, you know, do an imprint on my arm of it or whatever to give him a fucking an outline to follow. Like, oh, it was brutal. Wasn't worth it at all. At the time, I felt like it was worth it because I got some female attention out of it. Like, as I was like bleeding in the middle of class, and I think it was the maths teacher at the time. She was like, Alex, what's wrong with your shoulder? And I was like, oh, it's fine, don't worry about it. And I pull up my arm, and there's just like blood all over it, and like dried blood and shit. Like, she was like, what the hell? Like, it's like, relax. It's like a tattoo, but with blades. You know, you uncultured bitch. Like, it's like, I like the way like people would find me even crazier because I was so calm. Like, you know, they'd be like, oh my god, what the fuck happened to you? And I'd be like, ugh, I have to tell this story again. And like, I had some really funny shit. Like, tobacco and nicotine aren't so bad. Yeah, I've heard if you actually just grow your own tobacco and smoke it, it's like it's great for digestion. It's like good for focus. There's loads of like excellent qualities to it and stuff. But it's all the chemicals they put in tobacco that's like really bad for you. Yeah, for years, alcohol, video games, and weed distracted and numbed me from the pain I was experiencing in my life. That's exactly what it was. Totally. There are worse voices, but I'll always call you gay for sucking on a cig. And so you should. It is profoundly homosexual. I don't think I'll ever be able to pay all my gay away because I'm a painter. I think there's just something slightly feminine about painting. Even though, I mean, look at that. I mean, pay for PEINTEINGU, you know? Link in description. A female telling me I have nice defined delts. That's hilarious. I have to pay my gay away now for showing my bare skin on the stream. I've tempted the females! Yeah, they mix all the other shit in, like fucking, oh, what's that one that... Don't they put, like, fucking formaldehyde and shit like that? Like, they put some nasty shit in tobacco. Only the pure put horsehair in the wound to make a prominent fencing scar. Well, one of the reasons why my scars are so large... like, don't get me wrong, they were big because I went quite deep. I unscrewed the blade from a pencil sharpener, and like they're like what 3 or 4 millimeters tall. And like I nearly sat the whole thing in my shoulder, and just like dragged it down. I got down to like muscle and fat. Which is like, you know, like most people don't do that. Like, do you know what I mean? At all. Like most people are just like, you know, scratching themselves with things, or like they'll get a really sharp blade and they'll like barely scratch the surface, like, because it's not something that you're like instinctually your body is like, what the fuck are you doing? It's not something you're supposed to fucking do, like, you know, not at all. Now, don't get me wrong, culturally you could, like, you know, like your man out of fucking I haven't seen Black Panther, I've just seen the fucking clips. But your man that, like, you know, cuts himself for, like, every time he defeats a warrior. Like, there's always been stuff like that. That's, like, scarification's a thing. Piercings and stuff like that. Like, somebody has a painful PEINTEINGU! Glorious! Like, it's not like it's not like it's a totally alien behavior. Like, do you know what I mean? But it's definitely not good for the old health to be doing it to the degree I was doing it, in the way I was doing it, for the reasons I was doing it, like, you know. The samurai region has something to say. We samurai welcome Mayhem Maceo to PEINTEINGU. You honor yourself and females. Oh, your honor has been raised by your patronage to the Gu. We look forward to your ongoing attendance and participation in the chatu. Ah, beautiful. Mayhem Maceo has officially been made a Japanito. May you enjoy PEINTEINGU and its benefits. Right. I'm 20 minutes over now, and I'm fucking starving. And I'm also sitting here in a pile of my own sweat because it's fucking roasting here. Right, well, if you're not happy with that, I mean, like, I've transported us all back to Africa in an instant. Boom. We're in Zimbabwe, you know? Yay, I have assimilated. Captain, she's adapted. Fucking that was one of my favorite. It was always one of my favorite lines. You know, Worf, fucking, like, they're all like shooting the Borg in the hallway, and he like shoots at one and it just like bounces off the force field, and he just goes, "Captain, they've adapted," and just like starts beating them with the fucking rifle. It's like one of the best things ever. Oh god. Right. I'm caught up on chat. We're back in Africa. What do we have? A mountain, tent, and shower. I might actually just do a very literal thing and just put a tent here, and like, I mean, I could. If I was a lazy cheating fuck, Groisgebu, I'd be like, I did put a shower in. Look, it's falling water, but I'm not going to do that. I might put in something having a shower or something. I don't know, because it's not exactly a rainy day, is it? But anyway, the goo is beautiful. I believe today was a resounding success. Look at that. Look at that in all its beauty. It's gorgeous. So tomorrow we'll be doing this again. Tomorrow we'll be doing this again, and then Thursday we'll be returning to the Coninator, which is looking. The Coninator's looking pretty badass. Coninator's looking pretty badass, you know. And there's going to be a black outline on him as well, so he's going to pop like a motherfucker. So I'm excited to see where that goes. So that's Thursday. We have a lot of things to goo. Look at you getting all of this content for free, you know. Unless fucking YouTube turns out to be a bitch again and fucking deletes my fucking stream. All because I said Naxines will bill you. Fucking gobshites. Right. This concludes today's Paintingu. I hope you enjoyed Ingu. Remember to pay for Paintingu, or you have no honor. From Boris, Tobias, Myro, Garros, and myself, I bid you farewell, you fearty mortals, and of course, my beloved Japanites. I shall see you tomorrow, same timer, same placer, same high-octane Paintingu energy. Until then, be good, be true, and be beautiful. And I shall see you soon. Sayonara!